Sorry about that. Hi, everyone.
There we
We're
go.
live.
Welcome
Hello.
to Boomzies.
Welcome to Boomzies.
We're
I'm
professionals.
Brian.
And I'm Landon,
That's Eric.
I'm Eric.
this guy. And if you've never been to a Boomzies before,
This is Brian.
What are we?
This is Brian.
If you've never been to Boomzies phone, it's very professional.
The phone.
If you've never been to the Boomzies phone, you gotta come to it. The newest, hippest club out there. But if you've never been to Boomzies, we are Mass Geek Debate, which we cover everything in the geek spectrum, from video games, movies, music, comic books, televisions, and everything in between.
And on tonight's episode, we're going to start off with, there's been kind of rumors about Valve making a Steam box, or a Gabe Cube, if you will. So we're going to kind of go into that. And what's our main topic tonight?
Main topic tonight, we're going to be talking about a few of our favorite things. Five to be exact.
We won't be singing the
No,
entire
it's gonna be
time.
We will be singing in rhyme and limerick, on key, in harmony. 3-part.
No.
Bass, baritone, soprano. Other than that,
Not
we're going to
gonna
talk about
Nothing
five
bad
of
there.
our favorite things, kind of geek related, but also just personal.
Yeah.
And we want you guys to tell us some of your favorite 5, whatever list you have.
This will be
geek
fun.
things as
It'll be
well.
really fun.
Yep.
So, but anyways,
Good.
what have you been up to this week?
Well, tell the kind people who this man is.
Oh, yeah.
Who this bum who came off the
He's just random
This
guy.
crazy
just
bald guy. This
ran
shit.
into him in the street,
Yeah,
wanted to bring him on.
I
Eric,
see.
the
He seemed
former
interesting.
star
I
of
wanted,
Extra
I
Joy,
wanted some
they say.
beer, so
Yeah.
they brought me in.
Yeah, Eric's been involved with Substance TV for years, since the beginning. He has been doing a lot of video production. Some viewers might know him from Extra Joy, where he
Yes.
was really
A
involved.
long time ago.
And so he's been on Boomzies once before, and he's making his second debut
Second debut.
with us tonight.
Maybe.
The cherry's
So-
been popped.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you all
Golf
for
clap.
having me.
Golf
Appreciate it.
clap, yes. So let's go in right away of what we've been up to this week, and we shall start with our returning guest,
With
Eric.
me, all right.
What have you been up to this week?
This week, I think it was early this last week. I got Alien Soldier for the Virtual Console. It was a classic old Genesis game, but it's really, 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 really expensive.
Like,
usually-
how much does it go for? It's like
Like-
200 some bucks?
Yeah, it's like $200 for that
On a
sucker.
good day.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So I'll never probably ever own a cart copy, but if you get it off the Virtual Console, it's about $9. I'm just playing it with the Wii remote only. Perfectly fine.
And, like, you learned a lot of stuff about this game, because before, I think,
Oh, God.
we tried to play it, and it was really difficult, but then you should see this guy play, because it's one of those games when you learn the patterns of how everything works, it's like
so much
poetry in
better.
motion.
It is so much better.
Yeah, it's
like when
poetry
I
in motion,
started,
man.
like there's this gigantic worm thing and it's attacking, and I didn't understand that you're supposed to dash through guys in the game. So I was just, it's like, man, he's just like bunching me into the corner, and then I get hit and then I die. I go, what kind of first boss is that? And then when I figured out that you're supposed to dash and stuff, it made the game.
Oh,
make
he's
sense.
got the PS2 and the Gunstar Heroes
the
treasure box.
the treasure box.
Those are always
I'm curious,
awesome.
is that any different at all, or is that pretty much?
Is it better?
Is there any difference between the Genesis or the PS2 version? I guess.
Because I've heard
That's my
good
question.
things about the PS2 Gunstar Collection. I've never owned it, but the same Sega Aegis for Galaxy Force 2
Yeah.
is the most awesome version of Galaxy Force 2
Oh,
I've ever
yeah.
played. It plays great. It's got every version, and it's M2.
Yeah, and M2.
The boys
Those
that
guys
did
are
all
great.
the other stuff, so they do a lot of great
All
stuff.
that rebirth stuff.
Played in SNES Shadowrun today.
Whoa.
Blast. Whoa! And it has the games in English.
Really? Oh, that's bizarre.
Oh.
Yeah, I know they still do the game overs and stuff in. Are you talking about in Alien Soldier? I mean, I guess there's not a lot of Japanese, but yeah. I mean, that's kind of cool though, because I was always curious what that was like. But anyway, the other thing, I've been watching this old British show, and it's not too old. It's called Black Books. It's an old British comedy. I think they actually ran it on Toonami or something. Not
Toonami.
Toonami. What the hell am I saying?
They
Adult
just
Swim.
animated
I'm like, yeah, it was really good. It was an English
love Dragon
anime.
Ball
It was
Z.
over 9,000.
It's like, no, what was it? I think it was Adult Swim is where
Yeah.
somebody told me that they first saw it. But yeah, I've been watching on Netflix, and
Those BBC shows are good.
God, it's
The
like a
BBC.
British Seinfeld is basically what it is. It's kind of a show about nothing, and man, I really enjoy it a lot.
It seems like anytime I'm on Netflix, if I see something that's BBC, I'm kind of like, I might give it a shot.
Yeah,
You know what I
well,
mean?
you
It
recommend.
tends to work out.
Matter of fact, I mean, you were talking about that Sherlock Holmes show. Matter of fact, we watched the first episode, and the guy who plays Watson was a doctor in that show.
Oh, cool.
So, well, just for one episode, but
Charmin, shout out.
yeah, sure.
Represent for the big C.
Oh, man.
Represent for the C, the big C for the little O. If you know what I mean, right? We picking up on that?
Yeah.
The big C
I
for
still
the
use
little O.
toilet paper. I'm sorry, Brian.
You know what I mean, right? Landon,
Okay.
you picking that up?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna.
Man.
That's Charmin.
So, Landon, besides Charmin, what have you been up to this week?
I've been playing around a lot with my phone again with Instagram. I've had Instagram. It's an app for your phone. It's kind of a little social networking thing. Plus, it's a really fun, interesting way to, you can take your photos and really distort, kind of give them a nice texture to it, kind of make them have this old quality to it, kind of beat up, kind of Polaroid. There's a bunch of different textures that you can add to your photos, and then you can upload and share them. You can link them to your Facebook, your Twitter, anything like that, email them out. And then also it's got its own, essentially, social networking thing built into it. So I'll post some photos, people will like them or comment on them. But I haven't really used it a lot, and then this past week I've been just kind of getting back into it and just like, I'm just going to start taking photos with my phone again and just goof around with these. It's like Photoshop on your phone. It's amazing the amount of stuff that you can do on here.
You can do all kinds of filters and stuff. It's like, hey, do you not know how to take a photograph? Well, take something and we'll do a cool filter on it. It makes it cool.
Well, and you can adjust your focus. You can do all types of different focus options in there, the different textures, and it's kind of fun, I mean, you have a lot more control through Photoshop, obviously, but it's not bad, especially for a free app. I love it, and you'll see later on in our top 5 things of our 5 favorite things or whatever. All those photos are taken through Instagram, through my iPhone, just because it's fun, it's goofy, and I've just gotten back into it.
And it worked really fast too.
Yeah, it's nice, it's quick, and
fast.
easy. So
it doesn't do X-rays, so I can see boobies. Not good enough.
See, that's the pay version, though. That's the one you have to pay for.
Oh, it's the paid version. Yeah,
you get the X-ray views.
And then,
that's just
what's your first thing you've been up to this week?
My first thing. Are we gonna do your second thing?
Because our second thing is the same.
Is it gonna be the second thing the same, or is it gonna be your second thing, my first thing, or are both second things?
I figured we would talk about Mass
It
Effect
at the
same
end.
time.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, I guess you could.
We're gonna wait. It's something secret.
Oh, you'll never know
What I've
what
been
it
up to first has been playing a little game called Asura's.
I've been calling it
Asura's.
Ashura's Wrath.
Asura's.
I don't know.
Ashura's?
I could be wrong about that too.
Asaura's. Chimichanga's Wrath.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Which our good friend Sean, that we got a chance to visit, let us borrow. Much appreciated you let us borrow it. But we got a chance to play it because I really want to see what the game was like. I only got to play the demo, and I thought maybe this just isn't all that it's cracked up to be, because it was a bunch of QuickTime events. I'm like, we're gonna play this. Okay, so we start the game up. Ancient story of time. Okay, skip. Let's see, like, oh, now we will fight the earth. Skip. Okay, and now the battle with. Okay, skip. Did that about 10 or 12
20
times.
minutes.
And
It was
great. I think
yeah.
it's got some cool, like the cutscenes are very cool. The
look is great.
The look is great. As far as watching it is wonderful. But then you get into the battle, and it's this kind of like Panzer Dragoon light locking onto things.
Yeah.
And so we're like, okay, maybe it's going to be more of a battle. We're just starting up. But here's where it got really bad, is we're in the middle of fighting, and then it goes to a cutscene. Like, skip. I can't skip this cutscene. Why can't I skip this cutscene? Oh, I must have to do something really important. And it was like, press left. Okay.
Boom.
That's your part of the cutscene.
That was it.
And here's the thing about it all. If you miss those cutscenes, if you don't hit Y, if you don't hit left, you don't hit right, there's no punishment. You just don't get a high of a grade. It's like, oh, you didn't hit the button. Well, that's, I guess, okay. Move on. No punishment at all. So, and then we got into the gameplay. Then we got into fighting enemies, and it was just average.
This is
so
okay.
average. So just kind of smack around, beat people up. Nothing compelling, and there wasn't any finesse to it.
Yeah.
And we were fighting these bosses, and it was just kind of like, yeah, quick time events. But I never felt any real reward.
Yeah, and the other thing too.
We need a
like,
risk and a reward.
Yeah,
Right.
there needs to be some kind of a balance there, but I like the art style, the way it looks. Everything's really cool. But yeah, I just think the gameplay is a little lacking.
The game. That's where the problem is. Like with Resident Evil 4, I think somebody made a good example. Resident Evil 4, when you had a QuickTime event, if you failed that QuickTime event, guess what? You were punished. You had consequences to missing that. You would die. You would fall. You'd get hurt. But in this game, there's no consequences. So there's no reason for you to stay on top of your game other than maybe getting a better rating. You just... Yeah. And again, I make other examples I could talk about a lot. But I just felt it would have been a great movie. Not that great of a game. For $60, now $15 down the road just to watch it, okay, it's a movie then technically. So
yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah. If it was a movie, I think it'd be fantastic.
Yeah, that's
a little bit more. I guess
it needed a little more meat to it instead of QuickTime event. Yeah. So, but, the other thing I've been up to, and you've been up to, as you as well, has been Mass Effect 3.
Both of us bought the collector's edition.
Yes.
So let's first start off kind of the collector's edition, just as packaging and what's all included. It's very similar to Mass Effect 2's collector's edition in terms of, you know, how it's put together and the content inside of it. You can get the metal casing for the actual disc, and which is phenomenal. You got male Shepard and female Shepard.
And the female.
Yep. And really awesome. You know, I said before, like when Dragon Ball Z movies come in those tin cases, like I will buy every single one. Same thing with video games. Put it in a tin case, I will buy it. I don't care what it is. You get the little patch you can put on. It's got Velcro backing, so put it on Velcro. You get the
got a postcard.
Yep.
And a comic book.
Comic book, catch you up.
And then an art book as well.
Nice art book. Yeah, nice like quality art book.
Nice little
hardbound art book as well.
It's all put together really nice. And then you also get the From Ashes DLC. Yes. With this, as well as wasn't there an Avatar item?
There was a Normandy. I think you get a ship Normandy that flies around you.
Yeah.
On the Avatar.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think you also do unlock, if you play the first part of the game. I don't know if that's just part of the collectors. You get the helmet.
That's just part of the game. I don't know if it's part of the collectors or not, but yeah, I know because you can get that, and then you can also unlock, I think, the armor too, just through playing the game, based on what you do. So, anyways, collector's edition packaging, phenomenal. Both of us have our collector's edition strategy guides on the way. They will be in our mailbox sometime within the next couple days from Amazon. So,
and a good price too.
Yep,
like $23.99.
Yeah, I think with taxes it was like $25.75.
$40.
So not bad whatsoever. Yeah,
so it was nice. So, you again. What do you think? Let's start with you. Thoughts on Mass Effect 3?
I think this is a phenomenal game. I mean, for me, Mass Effect 2 was a near perfect game. It's just phenomenal from beginning to end. And then you get this, and you've got the multiplayer, which also just works great. Now, really I'm torn with this multiplayer because it's like, I love this multiplayer, and every single time I get on, I get these messages like, hey, play multiplayer. I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll play multiplayer, and I'll play like 2 rounds, and I'm like, but I really want to know the story, but I want to play the multiplayer, but I want to continue in the game, and like, it's tough. You know,
I see a couple people aren't so excited. Ty, oh yay, Mass Effect number trace, woo. Sagi pronoun avoiding.
And I'm not a Mass Effect guy either, so I'm kind of like, I'm kind of stuck on this one. Yeah,
stuck in the middle.
I mean, I played the demo. I know it's
now.
Probably
are you a fan of Star Trek though? Do you like Star Trek?
I like the old series a lot. The Next Generation I watched as a kid, but I wasn't like,
huge into it.
No, I mean it was something I passively watched.
To me, like I love Star Trek, and for me, this is the greatest Star Trek video game possible.
It feels kind of. I mean, it does feel like Star Wars-ish and Star Trek, a little bit of both. I mean, there's not that forced stuff.
Yeah, there is some. There's some elements.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. I guess it just, to me, it just wasn't as solid of a game. I guess there's things about it that are really cool.
Did you just try the first one, or did you try the second?
Yeah, I tried the second one and I tried the third one. They both demos for each one.
For the PS3, yeah.
It, again, wasn't my cup of tea. I can understand why people really like it, but
yeah, I mean, it's good. Not everybody can like the same game.
Yeah, the thing that really makes it great, and sadly they don't show as much in the demos, is when you start getting your powers. That's what
they didn't do it in the second.
They didn't do it in the second or third. That's what changes it from what I would say is a average Gears of War game to a game that involves more strategy, because then you can combine powers. Then you can combine your cohort's powers. So like, I'll have one guy pull him, I'll push him, and we'll do warp. So then your Vagrant story almost going.
Well, and what's great about that too is you're saying all these different powers and the different classes. What's great about the multiplayer is it's the perfect way to test drive all the different powers, all the different classes, and they link in the multiplayer to where it helps your galactic readiness in your single player campaign. So it ties in to what you're doing and gives you a reason.
After you level them up to level 20 in the multiplayer, they join the one-player game as part of your squad at the very end of the game.
They're fighting alongside you at the end.
So that's, to me, That's a great way to integrate multiplayer with one player without trying to cross the bridges.
I wish that they could have a conversation with them, because I'm naming all of my multiplayer characters like Jean-Luc Picard and like Commander Data. Like, I just want to have this conversation.
Did they ever fix that problem you were having with importing your 2 characters into 3? Did they ever fix that?
I didn't have a problem with it.
Okay.
I just have the standard face. I don't know. Okay. Although they did totally make Ashley look much better than she did in 1.
They upped the sex appeal.
God, she was fugly in 1.
Oh yeah, that's.
And then they made a little bit. Although,
oh man,
compared to Dead or Alive, Eric and I were talking about it. I'm sorry, American developers, you don't make chicks look as good as the Dead or Alive guys.
Yeah, that's the thing,
just
dude.
Don't. I mean, Ashley's
I know, like we always talk about like Final Fantasy, and it's like, yeah, the chicks definitely look better in Final Fantasy games.
Appealing. They just go.
They look better. It's, I don't know. It's an artistic thing, but
Tifa, Ashley.
But now, kind of switching back to kind of the single player campaign. What's phenomenal about this and the story of it is that it definitely makes you feel like you are in a losing war and you have to try your damnedest.
Especially at the beginning.
Yeah, like it really sets the stage. It's very brutal and you know, heart-wrenching at the same time, and it's phenomenal digital acting.
It makes it feel like there's, especially at the first, which I'm not spoiling anything, but there's just at the very first of it, there's a little boy, and you play the demo, who you find, and he actually gets on the ship, and it's kind of this poignant moment where he gets blown up, essentially. He dies. I mean,
and Shepard has to watch.
And he has to watch it. So it's one of the thoughts, and I think I like behind the game. It's not this.
People will die.
Right. It's not this. Oh, everybody's going to be okay. We're going to save everybody. It's like, no. This is hell on earth. Everyone's dying. You've got to do something, and there's real consequences to this war. So I'm looking forward to getting more of the one player, if I can finish not getting into the multiplayer. Yeah. So I guess that's a good thing. That's a good problem to have.
Yeah, which it's tough. I'm like, I want to do both, but
and did you try it with Kinect? Is there any really?
Yeah, the voice controls for Kinect are phenomenal. Okay, you know, and I like using them because it's smooth. It's, you know, it makes sense. There's like I've talked about Kinect before, and it's like a lot of the hand gestures and stuff.
Yeah, the motion stuff doesn't seem right.
I mean, there's a lot of games like Dance Central work phenomenally, and I love the motion stuff that you have to do. But the voice controls are phenomenal. I love doing the voice controls for navigating the menus and stuff within the dashboard, and using the voice controls, just saying who you want and what kind of attack they're going to use, and it works great.
Well, that's not
a nice little voice command. By the way, hello to everybody who just joined us. We're talking about the tail end about what we've been up to this week, Mass Effect 3. By the way, DTW, my friends, love you, and you're also right. Team Ninja, they know what they're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
They definitely do.
Before we move on to this, have you noticed any bugs or any issues throughout the game? Because I noticed a few.
I haven't noticed any bugs yet, but again, I've literally gotten to Mars.
Yeah. Okay, so you're
that's where I've gotten.
Okay, all right,
I've gotten to Mars.
All right.
Not
so
far.
I've seen a few pop in, pop out graphics, but they're really quick.
Okay.
So it hasn't really bothered me that much. But I was talking to Dr. Chakwas in the med bay. I came up kind of off to her back side and started a conversation with her, and she totally did like the Exorcist, like whole head turns around, like has a conversation with me. I'm like,
ooh. Oh God!
And that's something
it's happened once.
It's not a glitch, but something I will say. And Eric and I were talking about. You know, I'm not the hugest fan of L.A. Noire, but when you look at a game like L.A. Noire and then you look at a game like Mass Effect, you can see how Mass Effect could benefit from an emotional standpoint and from getting involved in the characters, from having face capture technology like that.
because their faces and stuff. I mean, they're the way that they
really look good. And Mass Effect 3, it's very just basic. It's to the point.
You get some emotion.
You get some emotion, right? But it's not nearly the level.
But it's not in betweens. You know, it's like happy, angry, sad.
It's happy,
you know,
exactly.
You've got these.
And I think what it could benefit is those subtleties. Again, this is far down the road as they make more games.
Honestly, from what I've played, love this game.
It's great.
Absolutely love it.
The fact that the multiplayer is good when I thought it would suck, that's a testament into itself. Yeah. So definitely check it out.
So worth a shot.
Yeah. So done with this week. Let's get into our first topic. You want to introduce those who just joined us?
Sure. If you're just joining us, our first topic we're going to kind of break into right now is everybody kind of knows Valve. Everybody knows Gabe Newell. There's been a lot of rumors as of late, and it seems like they're more true now than ever before. You've seen some patents, but you might be seeing a Steam box coming to store shelves soon. A home console that will run Steam. Some people have kind of joked around, called it the Gabe Cube, since
the Gabe Cube.
Yeah, so kind of a goofy name there, but. And there's been a patent filed for a controller that is customizable for your buttons and everything. So really kind of adding into that your own personal preference on how to play games, because there's such a wide variety of stuff that's going to be available on Steam. For me, it's interesting. I would definitely love to hear more about it because I like Steam. I don't do a lot of PC stuff for various reasons. But if I had a home console that ran Steam, I would probably be interested just to play these games that I've been missing out on. Granted, I can play them on my computer, but I'm probably not going to.
Yeah.
What about you, Eric? I mean, what's your... Because I think you and I can both experience as far as your PC-ness.
I mean, yeah, see, that's the one thing about me. I've never been a real big PC gamer, more of a arcade/console guy. Mostly a console guy, just because it just felt more social to me. It's like, you know, you had your couch and then you had your setup. I mean, if I could play like PC games on a couch and stuff, I think it'd be way better. Now I think that Valve did make a public announcement saying that they didn't have any plans on making a box, but you know,
that's what anybody who's going to try to keep it secret is always
like
say.
Apple wouldn't say, no, we're not working on another iPad
3.
No, there's no plans for that. So I mean, I'll wait for an announcement for sure, but I mean that does sound like kind of a cool deal.
I see it totally plausible.
If they run it on a TV,
and I'm with what Eric's saying too, because we went to again, Sean, great friend of the show. We love you. He's playing computer games right now. We went over to his house to check out, hang out, and he was having a LAN. And that's one of those things. That's a lot of effort. All different kinds of PCs, all kind of different cards, all different systems, all hooked up, and you've got to all download these games. There's really no unified way. I mean, I bring my Xbox or my GameCube, I just hook up an Ethernet cable, boop, boop,
there
and you're done.
And you're set.
So if we can somehow standardize this with a Steam box, then all you do is everybody brings their Steam boxes over, everybody plugs them into the server, and then you're playing the games from Steam, a unified system, and it would just simplify everything, and I would be more into PC games at that point. But the question some people are asking is, if Steam went to a console, is it still considered PC, or are now we blurring the lines between personal computers and home consoles?
I think you already kind of do.
Right.
I mean, the thing with that is, though, you kind of lose how much customization you get in far as graphics and sound and stuff that you really can tear open your home PC, your home tower, and adjust it. I mean, with them going as far as saying customizable controllers and stuff, fully customizable controllers, I don't see why they might not have a Steam box that is just like a PC and where you can take it apart and upgrade the RAM, upgrade the graphics card, etc., etc. Maybe they sell a base model that is adjustable and moving forward.
Oh, okay, that's
just something that maybe you can connect to your TV and just make it a little bit easier for folks like us, because we're not PC gamers. That's just flat out true.
That's not our thing.
And if we had somebody here that was a PC gamer, they might be able to give that side of it. If you're a PC gamer at home or watching us right now, call in, tell us, do you think this is really a viable option?
You're like, if you're at home, I mean, wherever you are.
Well, no, I'm just saying,
in the bottom of an abandoned well.
Well, they're watching here, so
I never miss this show.
Yes, you can watch us and call us. Phone number is 316-778-0730.
It's down here if you don't catch that.
Down there if you don't catch it. Or our Skype line is Boomzies. And tell us what you guys think about this, because I do think if it happens, I think it'll be extremely successful. I don't think there's any doubt.
If you've got Valve attached to it and Steam attached to it,
you already have that base. Yeah, that makes sense.
And you have the infrastructure. But I think the interesting thing is we've seen consoles go the way of PCs, like with PS3 and 360 having some PC options. But I think this is the first real.
That's what they are.
I think this is the first real PC to consoles. It's kind of the backwards the other way, because we've had OnLive, but that was more of a online system that I don't think it really worked all that well. This is, I think, the first viable solution that I think will get console gamers interested more in PC stuff.
Yeah, I just say that I hope there is some truth to it, and hopefully maybe around E3 we'll hear some more. It'll be cool.
What is it? It would fix, Land says, it would fix crappy connection with horrible servers. I don't know about that.
I don't know.
Is that Michael Moore? Oh, that's Gabe, sorry.
Yeah, dude.
Whoa,
they look almost identical. Yeah, they
are
pretty close.
What a coincidence. I am watching from the bottom of the
I like that. That's funny.
Well,
we'll send help.
We'll send Lassie.
What?
What boy? He's stuck in the abandoned well? Play Modern Warfare 3.
That's really good.
Yeah. No thanks.
So, well, I guess if we're not getting any callers or anything on
no one cares about that,
on the Gabe Cube, I guess should we move on?
Yes, let's move on to our second topic of the night, which, as we like to call it, and as I called it first, is a few of our favorite things.
Oh.
We've picked up 5, not a top 5 list. We have to preface, this isn't a top 5 list. This is just this is a list of 5 items, kind of geek related or personal to us, that have some sentimental value that we really like or we really hold. If the place was burning down, these 5 things would probably come out within reason.
Yeah.
Or we would die trying.
Pets and family members first, but this would be like right after.
They're not necessarily they're not necessarily our rarities, our expensive items that we have. They're just stuff that we like.
That's right.
Like a really
the
cool.
Sound of Music pick.
Yeah.
Darn right.
Yeah.
We represent, baby, for the SOUND of music.
Oh god. Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh god.
So let's start with our guest.
All right.
Kindly, let's start with Eric. What is one of your favorite things? And by the way, if you have a favorite thing, you can call us up on the Boomzies line, 316-778-0730.
Or put it here in the chat.
Put it in the chat. Call us on the Skype. Boomzies.
Ka-chow. Chow.
What?
Ka-chow.
Okay. Who's that?
All right.
So what do you got, Landon?
So, who's going first?
Eric.
Oh.
You the man.
Okay.
You first.
All right, cool. First thing I brought today, there were some cells. They were, is there a zoom in, or do I need to just step right up to the camera?
There you go.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Anyway, as short description, there were some eBay auctions going on, and I usually always wanted cartoon cells, and the only ones that were really affordable for some reason were the ones from the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe cartoon series. So I picked up 3 of them. I only brought 2 of them today. One was this Skeletor. You can see that one. And they're all in the hand-painted backgrounds and everything.
They look great, man. It makes them look real. It's like, whoa, that's what it really is. It's the real cell.
It's almost
like
like
you're saying it makes them look real.
They look like real.
Well, it doesn't look like a photograph
what I'm saying is,
of a real man.
real He-Man, yeah.
What I'm saying is, you see like
this
this pin strokes and all these just little details that come off.
The paint. Yeah, now if you flip it over, now I've got it in a frame and everything, but if you flip it over, it just looks like a big glob of paint, and they just filled in the lines, and all it was like, I don't think you can see it, but like, yeah, I don't know if it's too small to see, but like, all it is basically is just a piece of plastic with a photocopy of the image of He-Man, and all they do is paint it over, and then they lay it over a painted background. So that's basically what that is.
Man.
But anyway,
who's hanging up in your bedroom or your living room, or where you got these?
I have them up in my room right now, right above my desk.
Cool.
Because I kind of like to, because I got other cells. I was talking to Landon about. I got a SpongeBob, one from Nickelodeon, and what else? I got some from Little Nemo.
So where are you getting these at?
This was all off eBay.
Yeah.
Actually, it was a guy, and I don't know what his name was, but he actually has access to just tons of cells. Literally, if you look up He-Man cell, and they're around $10 to $15, $20-ish, probably the same guy. He's got stuff from, like, anime, and he had Brave Star cells, and He-Man, just random stuff, and he's got tons of it. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. So if you look him up, you find a bunch of stuff, if you're interested in that kind of thing. So anyway, that's number 1 for me.
Numero uno. Landon, what's numero uno for?
I guess we can start with my figures.
Your figures.
Yeah, kind of one of the things that I like, if you pull up the photo here, I've got these DC Direct Batman figures. These are pretty recent. They're within the past, like, maybe 6 months. Here they are. If you see them here, eventually we'll get the photo up.
Yeah.
But basically, sometime it's called Batman Landon _ Batman.
Oh,
You'll see.
there
you go. Okay, nope.
That's Batman the Animated.
Sneak peek.
Sneak peek.
Hey,
No, that's not
crap.
it. You didn't bring it. You didn't send it to me. I got 4 of them. That's all I got. And I selected them all.
I sent you
No.
all of them.
No, not in here.
God, you jerk.
Don't
You want
think
me to
so.
like get really close to the camera
yeah,
and
okay.
hold them up?
Here they are. Damn, that was the coolest photo, too.
Yeah, that was a really good photo.
Yeah, those are nice. I'll put it up on Facebook. But anyways, it's old school. Well, not old school. Now I'm all flustered. Damn it.
Dang it.
Yeah.
You screwed it up.
Anyways, these figures, they were released maybe a few months ago, but it shows the current contemporary Batman with
What's it called? Instagram?
It's Landon _ Batman figures.
Don't have them. Nope.
Did you not download it?
show up very
Don't have
well at all, or is that
They show up pretty good. Have them talk. Hey, I'm Batman here.
Where are the drugs, Joker?
Swear to me.
Swear to me.
The rest of the show is this. Swear to me. Don't lie to me.
Oh, too much.
The rest of the show is this. Cancel the show. I want to see this. It's a Batman's from alternate universes.
Joker!
Oh, the stupid thing fell.
Okay,
You're destroying them now.
Yeah, it's emailing to you. Do you want to just skip to something different for now?
No, you can talk about it. You can talk about it. We see him. Talk about it.
Okay, well, anyways.
We'll roll with it.
So these are figures. It shows the current contemporary Batman, which at the time it was current contemporary. It was before Jim Lee did the revamp of the art styles. And then it shows the classic original when Batman was introduced in early 1940. And stop that. Stop.
Making him make out.
Okay.
Anyways, it's just fucking this all up. Fucking it all up. But anyway, so they're just really cool. They did a whole series. They did a Catwoman, they did a Nightwing, and a Joker as well.
So
and
are they each like a series of that one character? All is that what?
Yeah. In one set you get these two Batman, the current Batman, and then the classic when he was first introduced Batman. Same thing with Nightwing. Current Nightwing with when he was introduced Nightwing, current Joker, introduced Joker, and current Catwoman, and then introduced Catwoman. And so they're just really cool. I just have them up on my shelf. I like them. They're high quality little figures.
Yeah,
too.
they're really nice too. They're really.
I got a little dust on them right now. I didn't clean them, but
okay.
I really dig them.
They're pretty cool though.
So.
And where are these sitting at exactly?
And stop having sex with them.
Oh yeah.
Stop it.
Oh yeah.
Stop it.
Okay. Oh God.
They're sitting on a
God.
shelf that has a bunch of my old I think NES games currently, and then right behind them is another item I'll talk about later on. So.
Yeah. Which I have all the rest of your pictures.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry.
For the rest of it.
Whatever.
Okay, good.
They're right
I've
there.
emailed you the other one.
I've emailed you just to say I had it. The first thing I'm going to talk about, let me see. I'm going to talk about my Turtles figures here.
Look,
grew
here's
up.
proof.
There's proof.
Proof
I
I
sent
emailed
it to you.
That's a good
I don't
picture.
know what happened. Technical difficulties, man. Just roll with it. Here are my Turtles figures, which I do have a picture for. Yes, these are the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1988 figures, all in box, ready to go.
Now, where did you get those from?
I got these from Craigslist.
Oh God.
I got them each. I think I got all of them for like $50.
Wow.
I met some guy at a Quick Trip, and he was just like, some guy probably in his mid-40s, like, here's the Turtles figures, and I gave him $50, and all sealed in the boxes, and I was like, yeah, give to me. So those are, I have that, and I have the reproduction ones from KBs from like 90, God, I forgot, 98 or something, and I got a whole bunch of Turtles, but those are my prized collection because they are the original Turtles in the box, which no one ever kept when they were a kid. No one was like,
no, not in the box.
Mike, I'm going to set this on the counter.
There's no way that would ever happen.
I'm just going to look at it. So, there's my very special thing. I come into a picture of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't see how this cast could get any better. Darn right, Chatia, and welcome to the cast. You have come into a good place of love when the Turtles are here. So, that's my very first thing. Eric?
Awesome.
Numero dos.
Alright, let's see. Now, yeah, I'll probably do the game first.
The gum. All right.
Real quick.
The gum.
There we go.
Right
Okay.
there.
Yeah, go ahead and put that up. This is a game actually I just got recently, and I've never. I mean, I used to buy a lot of imports back in the day and stuff, usually for the Sega Saturn, but this was the first one that I bought for the Sega Genesis or the Master System. But it's the Fist of the North Star game. I got it for pretty cheap. I actually won it in an auction for about $20, and the only reason I wanted this one better because the version that we got on
Last Battle.
Yeah, terrible Last Battle. It was like all jacked up, and they took all the blood and the violence out of it and stuff. And in this one, you actually have all the enemies' heads are popping and stuff, and they explode. And it's a lot better game. Still a little cheesy by today's standards, but I was really happy to get this. I don't know why. I'm a big Fist of the North Star fan. I just bought the anime recently too, so dig it. But that's my number 2.
Number 2.
I just took my 2, man.
You just took number 2.
I just took
number
it
2 on the shelf. Landon,
okay,
take your number 2.
Take your
Okay.
2. Let's go ahead and this will be
probably no surprise to anybody. Everybody knows my favorite game is Final Fantasy VIII, and so of course my favorite soundtrack.
There's no way.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah, this
I thought
guy.
it was Final Fantasy 11.
No.
Final Fantasy 8. I had no idea.
8. Yeah.
Wow.
But anyway, so of course my favorite soundtrack is the Final Fantasy VIII soundtrack, and rightfully so. This soundtrack has won. It was the first ever soundtrack to win a Japan. I forget what it was called, like Japan Gold Disc Award or something.
Wow,
it's
pretty tight.
essentially their Grammys in Japan, and it was the first time a video game soundtrack ever won anything. So big congratulations to Nobuo Uematsu for that. And I just love his work, and in this one, it's just phenomenal.
You know what my favorite track is on that?
Yeah.
It's when they're landing.
Yeah.
The first song. I don't know why it is about when. Even on Final Fantasy VII, I think it was the same thing because it has some kind of a driving beat, kind of gets you into the game. But yeah, that's my favorite track though.
Yeah, no, that's a really great one, and it's just phenomenal. I mean, it's the original soundtrack, so the packaging, it's just really simple. Kind of what Square is doing again with like Final Fantasy 13, just straight up, just there's the Amano art and the logo, and just great. So it's a 4-disc, 4-disc soundtrack.
Geez. These are huge,
phenomenal. So I love it. It's worth a listen to.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's it. And I will agree, they are always good.
Some of those are just they're amazing. Because I really like 8 a lot.
Hey, Jackie, that's okay. Anyway. Take a break. This is a lot to absorb. I know. I understand. We've had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles kissing Batman's Final Fantasy. It's a lot to absorb.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot going on in here.
A lot going on here, man.
Everybody's sharing theirs too.
That's really cool that you have that entire set.
Wow.
I only have the cart plus the instruction booklet and 2 maps. I don't have the case or anything, but
Metroid Prime Beta cart. Wow.
That's bizarre.
You're pretty pimp. Autographed Bruce Campbell Bubba Hotep DVD jacket.
Wow.
That's some weird things. Well, I'll show you a weird thing that I have here. It's a pink flamingo with a top hat.
That picture.
And a suit. And I cuddle with it regularly. And you're wondering, what the heck? What's up with the pink flamingo? Yeah, here he is. I think it's a he.
Keep him away from the crotch.
Where are the drugs?
Where are the drugs? Where are the drugs? Swear to me, pink flamingo. Okay.
Toronto Batman.
But this is kind of it's an odd part of my arcade history. This is the first prize I remember winning from the Aladdin's Castle in Town East in probably '89.
Tell them what Aladdin's Castle is, though.
Yeah, Aladdin's Castle was an arcade. Well, at the time, it wasn't Aladdin's Castle. It was, what was it before Aladdin's Castle?
Oh, God. Yeah, I can never remember the other name. There's 2 of them.
It starts with a...
I don't remember the name. Bally's? No. It was owned by Bally's.
It was owned by Bally's.
Bally Midway or something.
Yeah, anyway, so...
But anyway.
It was Aladdin's Castle in a big arcade owned by Namco at the time. And, my sister and I had played a bunch of skee-ball. We combined our tickets together, and we bought this pink flamingo. It was like one of the biggest prizes they had, and we were just
wanted something big.
Back in the day when you
guys share it between each other.
We shared it, yeah. Well, the funny thing was, it was like you would always get one big thing, and you'd have like 8 tickets left, and you like 8 spider rings. It was like one big prize. Like, 8 spider rings. I guess spider rings. The amount of spider rings you had was the amount of shame you had, because it was like if you didn't spin the tickets just perfectly. So
spider rings.
Anyway, I've had this for over 20 years.
God.
But my sister was funny. Like
each night.
Yeah,
she's kind of grown up, and well, I guess I haven't, because I still have a pink flamingo.
No, we all haven't grown up yet.
No, exactly. Yeah. So
it's never gonna happen anytime.
It's my number 2. Is the pink flamingo.
Looks like he's gonna do the putting on the Ritz.
Putting on the Ritz.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the Ritz.
That's good. I think you got a new show. Singing, so. Yeah. I like it. It was really nice. It was very nice. So number 3 for Eric. And by the way, for those of you who just joined us, we're talking about a few of our favorite things. If you have a few of your favorite things, call us up on the Boomzies line, 316-778-0730, or on Skype at Boomzies, or in chat, or in my mind.
In your head. Okay.
Yes.
Next one. if you guys are serious old horror movie fanatics, which, man, I totally am, I started buying Hammer films from England, and, well, you know, they were actually made, or they were, they distributed them in the United States, but the first one I started off with the Dracula movie with Christopher Lee, and... Man, I just keep buying these things like crazy, and Brian knows that's all I ever talk about. And I go, I got another one! And this set from England was like the biggest thing I could possibly get. It's 21 movies all in one set. Comes with you know, like a little booklet, kind of gives a description of all the movies, and then postcards that I'm never gonna use ever. Why do they even include those? They know you're never gonna use them. But yeah, like 21 movies. I think I'm only through 8 of them so far. They're terrible movies, but God, I can watch them all the time, and that's like the one thing.
Well, they were really... You were telling me when you were trying to buy them individual.
Oh, yeah,
like,
there's one on
some of
here.
them were like dirt cheap, $5. Some of them were like hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, there was one. I just can't even figure out the U.S. distributed version. I think it's called Quatermass and the Pit. It's some really obscure movie. And yeah, the last time I checked on Amazon, it was like $150 for that one copy, and it's in here. And this whole thing costs $60 shipped. So
you win.
I'll go with it. So I ended up having to still buy a region-free DVD player so I could watch them, but still, that was only like $60. So
right.
I still
you win.
I was happy, and I'm gonna buy more because there's a bunch of other movies that are like this too, where they never distributed them. Except for I could think of Anchor Bay.
Nice packaging to boot.
Yeah, it's a really big ass box and
very well put together.
I like
says, I love watching horrible movies.
Yes.
Next movie on my list, Two-Headed Shark Attack.
Yeah.
Sounds like a quality
Sharktopus.
Sharktopus. I actually watched a little of that the other. Oh god.
Wow.
It's so
epic
quality. All right, number.
I will keep riding the music train for a minute here. The other stuff that I've got here, I'm kind of packaging it in one, is my Black Mages albums. It's Nobuo Uematsu doing basically rock covers to the tracks he's created for the Final Fantasy soundtracks over the years, and just phenomenal. I absolutely love Black Mages. If you haven't listened to some of the Black Mages stuff, like go out and just like check it out. It's great. It's wonderful, wonderful stuff. I just big fan of Nobuo Uematsu, just phenomenal composer, musician, all around, just super cool guy. One of the things that I would have shown, other than these though, I didn't want to take it out and bring it here, is I've got a sign. I went to see him in concert in Chicago a couple years ago, and I have a signed poster by him.
Wow.
From the Distant Worlds tour.
Impressive.
And so right now it's rolled up in a tube right now. I'm going to get it framed soon and hang it up on the wall. So Nobuo Uematsu, just awesome. So
Chatia goes with you. Duff Mana, Chatia, the Black Mages, solid beef and porter. Landon, you have gotten so many Chatia points for your love.
Yeah, dude.
There you go.
Black
Good
Mages
job.
are where it's at.
Good job.
So
By
is there
the
like
way,
a certain, like on those CDs, like was there a certain like game that they featured, or was it just pretty much random?
No, it's just all over the place. Like this one goes from 7 to 5 to 8 to 9. I mean, it just goes all over the place. So it's just fun stuff.
But that's pretty awesome. Yeah,
by the way, hello Simply T. Welcome to the cast. We will welcome you here. So I will move on to my number 3, which is going to be my Sunset Riders arcade machine. Which
hold that up, dude.
I know some of you. Have, let me hold it up.
You all right?
Will be. Forgot my childhood.
Here is the instruction manual, which has the number for Jerry Korbecki. If you want to call him at 708-215-5100, extension 122. And he can help you service your Sunset Riders machine.
You still have that booklet. Yeah.
He's still there, sitting in a desk, lonely like.
It's really important.
He's like the Maytag man, but from Konami.
He's very reliable.
He's very reliable, exactly. But this was just one of those games that I grew up playing, and this has kind of been a bittersweet story. I always wanted to own this game, like a big arcade machine. I owned it once before, but it's a really crappy converted main event Konami cab that was really shrunken in, small. And I remember having, like, I got it Sunset Riders, but it wasn't, like, exactly right. So then I sold that, and years later I finally got this other one. It's in really great condition, and I have it in my house. So the moral of the story is, if you're going to buy an arcade machine, wait until you find the exact one you want. Don't buy.
Right.
If it's like, oh, it's kind of there, or it's just a no.
Now, when you were a kid, did you play the dedicated cab? Was that right?
I did.
Yeah.
Yep,
That makes
I had a
sense.
dedicated cab that I would go to play at both the Lads Castle. Both the Lads Castle has one, and that was just one of my favorite games growing up because I love Contra, but it was like Contra in the Old West.
Yeah, so perfect.
So now I've got it.
That's cool.
Sunset Riders, man.
Yeah, because I'd have to, like, if I were to get an arcade machine, I'd have to get one that's like...
Lads and Puns. I love how arcade machines from the 80s come with manuals, but the PS Vita games don't come with one.
That's interesting.
It's kind of like
just-
from big
Yeah.
to small.
Well, that's just a changing of the times. I mean, you're seeing even in full $60 retail, like PS3 and 360 titles, now you're only getting like just one open and it's all in black and white. I mean, it's just changing time, saving print, you know.
Them
Yeah, I
times
remember
they are
like the
changing.
Genesis ones were all black and white.
So it's not just a PlayStation thing, but
Back to me.
Eric,
Okay.
you go 4.
Let's
What
see.
do you-
Well, yeah, I'll do the.
Well. I see what you're getting there. I see what you're getting.
All right, we're back to the Batman stuff again.
A
Which
lot
is,
of Batman stuff.
Man, I don't know what it was. Like, the thing about a lot of, if you're watching old movies and stuff, and you always say, well, I don't want to start with, I don't want to start with like the 8th sequel. I want to see what happened at the very beginning, and that was my biggest thing. And I said, I can't afford Batman.
We're getting
but
a call.
Go, we gotta
On
get
the
the phone.
Boomzies phone. Put it in Boomzies headphones.
I'm gonna be right in your crotch.
Oh, yeah.
Hello?
Sweet. Okay.
Who are we talking to on the Boomzies phone? Hello?
Hello?
I hear you, Brian.
I got into this compromising position for nothing. Is it our fault?
No, it's not our fault. The phone's on. Ring in. I can't even hear him at all.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's a shame.
Damn it all.
Darn shame.
Damn it all.
Batman!
Batman. So anyway, I was saying, if you guys ever had those or saw those, I don't know what they were. The Batman.
Batman.
Yeah, it's the old one, which is so great.
No gun with this guy.
But they used to release these as hardbound books, and I could never afford them. And then suddenly, I think it was like two years ago, they started to release the Batman Chronicles, which starts from the very beginning, and it's actually every Batman story in order. So it starts with like Detective Comics 27, and then goes all the way to like Batman #1, and it introduces Robin and everything. But yeah, I think they've got like 10 issues so far.
Wow.
But they're like $15 a piece. They're very affordable, and
It's a great way to introduce people to where Batman was when he started, because there's so many changes from where he is now. And I mean, you go back to a little bit more the grittiness of how he was introduced, but I mean, him running around carrying a gun, killing people. He's got purple gloves. Like, what's up with the purple gloves?
And there's some frames in here where he has no gloves at all. He just
they went through
like a long sleeve shirt.
The first like year or so, they went through a lot of iterations of how he was drawn, how he would look, and eventually you kind of got to where you're at now.
So,
it's
it's
really
definitely
cool.
one. But they also, they release. I mean, DC and Marvel both do these things. They've actually got Batman. Superman has its own. I think Green Lantern. I've seen one for Green Lantern. Flash. So it's just kind of a continuing.
We're getting a
thing.
call on the Boomzies phone.
Cha-cha.
Let's see here. Hello, who are we talking to?
Yeah, I'll cross my legs.
Hey guys, it's Nash.
Nash, good sir. How you doing?
What's up, guys?
Hey,
I'm
man,
doing
how you
good. I'm doing good. Well, seeing you guys are talking about your favorite things, guess I should talk about mine. Got at least 4 things that I freaking love that I have, and I just look at them and I know that are going to be with me forever.
Forever.
One is Mega Man X. That was my first video game, and I still play it, and it's still an awesome game. And I still take myself to this day, because I never knew you can actually, Hadouken in that game. It wasn't until like a year ago that my friend showed me this, and my head
The armor? You didn't know about the armor?
Ah, God. What?
I said you didn't know about the armor when you powered up and Dr. Light gave you the
Oh, no,
Hadouken
the
armor?
I know about the armor. No, I got the armor. I just
Oh.
Hadouken, man.
Yeah, it was
You know
like
about
Dr.
that.
Light dresses up in a Ryu costume or something.
No, it's when you go up in on top of the ledge in
The snow.
Yeah.
Oh God, whose stage was that? That was
That chill penguin?
I know that one, the armadillo one.
Yeah.
Armadillo?
Yeah, that's the one. And
Yeah.
I never knew about that. I still kick myself. Number 2,
But it's an awesome weapon.
Number 2 is I have a katana blade. My dad gave this to me for no reason at all. I don't know how
I was
he got
3
it,
years
but
old, and here's a blade.
Give me your bottle. Here's
No.
a sword.
This is why I love it. One time at a con, this was like obviously when I say this, you're gonna know what movie I got this from. But one of my fan voice actors, Richard Horvitz, was there, and I was like, I gotta get his autograph. I love this guy. He was in my whole childhood. I had my katana there, so I go, hey Richard, sign this for me.
Oh
So
my
yeah,
gosh.
I got an autographed katana blade by Richard Horvitz. There you go.
Wow.
And,
Pretty awesome.
yeah.
So when you stab somebody
That's
with that,
the
that's going to be a
conversation
stab of justice.
Rub out the signature.
Last one. Last favorite thing. All my Lois Lane comics. I
All
love
your
these
Lois
things.
Lane comics.
Lois
Lois
Lane
Lane.
comics.
Dude, that's
Is there a
freaking
reason
awesome.
we need to talk about after the show?
I got the one where she goes into the machine, turns into a black woman, and goes, Superman, do you still love me even though I'm a black woman? I got the one where she freaking gets Superman's powers and tries to kill him. I got the one where she's a warlord. Got the one where she becomes Native American and tries to take care of a freaking baby, and people are like, oh, you gotta get out of here. And Superman's like, Lois, you gotta get rid of that baby. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I got all of
Wow.
them. You know,
Some interesting
freaking
stories.
awesome. Have you ever read any Lois Lane comics? Because they're awesome.
It was on my list of things to do. Just tomorrow. I was talking with Eric, said, I got to read Lois Lane. I can't delay it any longer.
Do it. One of these.
One of
was my
these
favorite.
this week, man. I'm going to go scrounging for it.
Dude, I can't. I gotta find it because I gotta give you the title because this is my favorite. Because in this one, Lois Lane gets a time machine, goes back in time, right? And goes to little Clark Kent, and kind of forces him to be in love with her, right? Yeah, that ain't the weird part.
Wow.
The weird part is, little Clark Kent like little Lana Lane back then, right? Well, after she left the past, it created a separate dimension where Superman marries both Lois Lane and Lana Lane at the same time.
Kinky!
Wow.
Threesome. Wow.
I've always...
That's what I've said to myself, and I've said to my wife, I said, honey, I want to read about the Superman threesome comic book, and I will this week. I promise you, sir.
Good.
Well, that's a pretty awesome list.
It's a good list.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
It's a very unique list. So, the good man who draws the Charman comics, if you don't know, if you've seen his stuff, we have it on our Facebook chat.
I finished the 3 things you wanted.
Ooh. Do you need pictures from us still?
I can always do tweaks and changes.
Okay.
If you want,
We'll talk to you.
But,
We'll talk to you after the show.
I'm excited to see that.
You hang around afterwards. We'll chat with you in the chat after the show.
Oh, okay then.
All right, sir.
All right then.
Thanks, man.
All right, take it easy, man.
Bye, guys. Bye.
See you, bud.
Yeah. Bye, Boomzies.
Oh, now who was it in the
Back
chat?
hurts.
I know. We're all stretched together.
If only, Landon, you would get some sort of extender to extend the headphone to be longer to get to you.
Yeah, well
Well, then
normally...
again, I'm not here. I'm not here to buffer the...
Well, you're just fine with your size, then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're just fine with your length.
Yeah. Always.
That's
Yes.
good, man. That's good, man.
Yeah.
Foot.
All right.
It's tough.
Rolling forward.
Okay.
Fruit by the foot.
Somebody put in the comments, I was going to say, somebody said they had a tall man from Phantasm figure. I think it was Cherokee.
Wow.
Yeah, Cherokee. Yeah. I just thought that was cool.
Well, I'll go into my
Anyway.
number 4 thing is my Bayonetta collection. My wonderful, hot, sexy Bayonetta collection. Of course, I have Bayonetta the game.
Do ya?
Do ya? Oh, well, kind
I
of.
don't believe you.
I have
don't
Bayonetta
know.
the game.
You have pictures.
And then I have the collector's edition guide, which was kind of a big deal. Get this right over here. Hold on. And so I got the collector's edition guide, which is, I think, worth
Future
like...
Press, right?
Future Press. It's like worth 200 some bucks now.
God,
It's
a guide.
stupidly rare.
It's a guide.
But then, the big thing this last week I got was the Bayonetta Climax Edition from New Zealand, which not only comes with the limited edition game and the soundtrack and the art book, it also comes with this. Oh, it's a little Scarborough Fair. It's the gun from Bayonetta. Pew pew.
It's a little tiny to your
pew,
hand.
Pew.
Could be a little bigger.
I'll pay you $5 if you attach that to your foot.
In the middle of the night, I attach this to my foot and I
Yeah.
just dance around like crazy.
With really long.
It's
black
pretty
hair.
awesome. So this is just one of those things that I love Bayonetta, and this was a nice little
Does the trigger pull?
collector's. Trigger does not pull.
Okay.
For
so
safety.
so it's a solid thing.
For
right?
safety
Yeah.
reasons, and this doesn't cost much because otherwise, if you did, it would actually shoot demonic witch bullets,
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well,
and that's just never a good thing.
that's
You
an
know,
issue.
when you say how were you
Kids.
shot, demonic witch bullets, people usually frown upon that.
Kids in the house.
Kids in the house.
Don't want to do that.
It's never good.
Yeah.
So anyway, that is my number 4, just because I love Bayonetta so much, and I'm wanting to get the Play Arts figures as well. So
Yeah.
I will have a Bayonetta shrine.
Did you check with?
I did. I checked. All they had was Jeanette,
Okay.
and they wanted $40. And I said, "Do you have Bayonetta?" Like, nah. And I can get them online, both of them for cheaper.
Yeah.
Than I can get
Well,
them both
that
separately.
that store is definitely it's full.
It's
on
cool.
Retail.
It's cool,
full
but
on
it's just
retail.
they didn't have Bayonetta. They only had Jean, and I either want Jean and Bayonetta or Bayonetta and nothing more.
Yeah.
So.
That'd be better.
Must seek out Climax Edition. That's right. So, Landon,
Okay.
numero 4 for you.
Yeah. I will move towards. We had some turtles earlier, so
Yes,
I'm gonna
we
keep-
did.
I'm
Yes,
gonna go
we
back
did.
to some turtles. I've got
Yeah, Turtles and
the collector's edition 25th anniversary Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie set, which is a badass little set. It comes in a pizza box. I mean, it's made out of the pizza box material, the cardboard, and you open it up, and then on the inside you've got a few little goodies. As you can see there, it's 4 discs, so the 4 different movies: TMNT 1, 2, 3, as well as the TMNT animated film. Inside there is also a beanie. Whenever we cut back, I'll show you the beanie.
The beanie.
Here, it comes with a beanie. I haven't opened it because I don't really want to wear it, and I might as well just keep it in the package.
Yeah.
So, and then also on the inside is a little comic book, Eastman comic book. I think it details the first film. So, really cool little book. Might as well have it. And let's see what else is in here. Postcards with images of all the different turtles and different characters you see in the films. So, and it's all Blu-ray.
Wow.
It's gorgeous, and just fun packaging, and it just looks badass on the shelf.
Pepperoni, cheese, supreme, and what's the one on the far left? They're asking the pizzas.
Looks like one. Yeah.
Looks like 2 different kinds of Supremes or
Yeah.
something, or maybe like a meat lovers type. Well, no, there's.
I don't know what that one is.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
Now, from what I
But that's
understand,
the cool thing, that
Landon,
each one is its own.
from what I
pizza.
understand,
pretty
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 sucks balls.
No, Teenage Mutant
If I'm not
Teenage
mistaken,
Mutant Ninja
sucks
Turtles 3
Big, salty
is
turtle
awesome.
balls.
See, we weren't gonna
I-
have a debate tonight, but
That's,
love
that's what I heard. That's what I've heard from people.
Look,
that
now
it
here's
really
the thing.
sucks bad.
You can say that you hate it. That's your choice, man.
Hey, what
For
do you
me,
think about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3? You love that movie?
I watched
I
it
really
over at a
enjoyed that
neighbor's
one.
house. I didn't like any of them except for the first one, but that's just me. Well, I
First
didn't-
one's good.
I didn't.
Second one is a guilty pleasure.
Yeah, that's more
That's
like
more of a guilty
it's so
pleasure.
gimped.
Yeah.
It's so gimped. Yeah, God, they took out all the violence and they made it. Like
let's
a
go to
kid-
Domino's.
Like,
But-
dude, I don't know. The third one, just going back in time, like it was just, it's cool. I'm not here to tell you that it's a phenomenal movie. I would say then it would be one of my guilty pleasures. I enjoy the film. There's nothing wrong with me enjoying the film.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's so bad, it's good scenario.
I enjoy watching it. Like if I had to sit down and pick one film out of that, I'm gonna pick the third one. So, but anyways,
favorite? That's a
it's-
favorite.
it's-
That was a favorite. That was your favorite, right?
Out of the
that
three?
box set?
yeah, out of
the
that,
first one.
It's my
First
guilty
one's
pleasure. It's the
so
one I
good.
enjoy.
Out of compared to the first one?
No, the first one's a
Whoa,
better
whoa,
film.
whoa, whoa,
the first one's a better film.
Whoa.
Oh, I thought
whoa.
I was like,
No.
out of that collection.
It's
I'll
the same
admit
thing.
you could like 3.
Look, no, here's the
But
thing.
to say
it's
you
the same
like
thing
3
with,
better than 1?
It's the same thing with Final Fantasies. Final Fantasy 8 is my favorite. Final Fantasy 6 is a better
We're
game.
getting a call on the Boomzies phone.
I can admit that. It's a difference.
What do they call it? Like,
Hello? Do you have your headset hooked in? Hello? No? No headset? No bueno? Okay. You know, has headset hooked in.
Anyways, it's
Anyway.
it's the same. I'll admit, yes, the first one is the best film out of it. If I had to sit down and play and watch one, I'm gonna watch the third because it's the one I enjoyed the most. It's the same thing with Final Fantasies. I'll admit that Final Fantasy 6 is probably the best Final Fantasy that's been released. But I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna play Final Fantasy 8 before I play any of those because Final Fantasy 8 is my favorite.
man.
So that's how I think about it. So
And the Jungle Boy song with all the guys, the samurai guys.
Yeah,
and
Jungle Boy.
Casey Jones. And,
but
yeah.
but like, can you argue with my philosophy of why I say that though?
You're saying it's something that you would enjoy watching more than you'd watch. The
It's
first
like
one?
he's saying,
Like
do I enjoy a pina colada? Yes. But I would rather get a kick to the nuts.
Well, you guys don't say this shit with me with Final Fantasy 8 though. It's no different.
No,
No,
well,
because you like Final Fantasy VIII
you like
better.
it. Yeah,
and I like the third
I can
better.
see it. I can
It's
see
the same
it.
thing. I admit that Final Fantasy 6 is a better Final Fantasy than 8, but I enjoy 8 more.
Okay.
But at
Same
least I
thing
can-
with this.
At least I can understand it
I
because
enjoy
8's actually a good game. Whereas Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is
When
not
have you
a
ever
good
said
movie.
Final Fantasy 8 is a good game? I thought you
It's a
hated
good
8.
game. It is a good game. It's not.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say 8's a terrible game.
Whatever. It's my opinion. It's the one I'm going to want to watch. So
So good for you.
deal with it. It's fun
Can I have
packaging.
the other two on
Damn
Blu-ray
it.
since you don't want to watch?
No, I will watch them. I
I
never
want to
said
watch
I'm
that.
not going
Yeah, you
to.
can give me that crappy first one.
I never said the first one was crappy.
No.
I never said the first one was crappy.
I'm making shit up.
Sorry about that, Ty. I don't know what's going on there.
Anyway.
So number 5 for me is a little bit. It's not totally geeky, but I'll kind of explain it here. It looks a little bit weird. It's a kaleidoscope, which I know doesn't look like much, but this is more, I guess, a sentimental thing for me. It's a kaleidoscope. It's very different. It's kind of like this handmade blown glass with this metal steel frame. And what you do is, I don't know if you can see this here, this little thing here will go up and down, and you look through here to see it. And in
Get
here
a
you
little
can
picture.
get a little picture showing what it looks like when you look through the frame there. It comes in this box. This is special to me because this was my father-in-law's when he was alive, and we were really close to him. But he was a child at heart, and he never grew up. And he was in his mid-60s before he passed away, and he never grew up. And this was something that my mother-in-law gave to me that was his for a long time that he bought. And it was just, I know it's just a silly little, kaleidoscope thing, but it just has a lot of sentimental value. And I'm a kid at heart too, so to me it's just kind of one of those things that's passing down the mentality of to remind me to always stay a kid and to never grow up.
Never grow up.
Never grow up. And you can still be an adult, but you can have fun too.
And your
Never-
favorite film
and-
is Peter Pan.
Never pay bills. Never pay bills.
No, never pay bills or anything.
Do not do your taxes.
So it's very cool. Anyway, so that's my number 5.
It looks very like glass, like fragile. Like I don't want to touch it.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah,
I'm
it's very fragile.
Like I don't
but
want
it's
to
just
break
it's
it.
it's cool looking too. It's not just like your average kaleidoscope. And actually, it's really cool looking. It's trippy, man. So, one of those days, do some acid. Look at it.
Do some acid. Moral of the story: do
some acid.
Never grow up, but always take acid.
But always take acid. Important
Be
moral
a
story.
kid, do drugs.
So,
Oh, I didn't do my fifth thing yet.
oh, you didn't do
Yeah.
your.
Well, I had that.
I'm sorry. I just
that's
totally.
good, man.
I went in front of you there. I'm sorry, man.
Bastard. You
Son of a.
bastard. So anyway, last one I had a I was trying to find signatures from famous actors. I was actually trying to find Jimmy Stewart, and one was I was trying to find Adam West.
Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart.
I'm trying to find him.
Clarence. But anyway, no. The one that I ended up settling with was Charlton Heston, because I'm a huge Planet of the Apes fanatic.
You
And
love Charlton Heston.
I love me some Charlton Heston. Land enjoy.
Land. In the name of the Lord, thy God.
Been waiting to say that. But anyway, yeah, no, this was a big one for me because I've never really owned autographed, and this one was actually sealed in this special.
It's got like
high grade casing.
Yeah, it's actually hard plastic. It's certified. It was from this company called PSA /DNA. They do all this like DNA testing and stuff for items.
So it has like his blood or his sperm on there.
Yeah.
She go right to that.
Yeah.
Well, it's DNA.
Oh man,
It's DNA. I figured, what other way can you get DNA or saliva?
What other way can you get DNA other than?
That's the most common way I go with.
It's like,
I'm like, give me some blood or sperm or saliva.
Sign this with your DNA. Oh, hold on. You got a magazine.
You got a
You gotta make it,
quiet room.
go to the bathroom there.
Like, no. But anyway, yeah, I was pretty psyched to get this.
Is that your only signature you have?
The other one I've got actually a Christopher Lee, because of course, I was talking about Hammer films earlier, but he's the man with the golden gun, and he actually was in Hugo. I couldn't believe that. This guy's like 90-something years old.
Who was?
He was Christopher Lee. He was
Really?
He was the librarian. He is really old.
Dude will not die.
Wow. He actually is the record holder for the amount of times being filmed.
I thought that was Regis Philbin.
No, that's appearances on TV. This guy's actually been in appearances in movies, I guess I should say, because he's been in since the 40s.
Yeah,
Jeez, before that. But yeah, just his last movie.
I take my Boomzies autographed Charmin boxes. That's right. They are autographed, and you can get those certified. So years down the road, they will be worth a little bit less.
You need to put them right next to your Skyrim.
There.
Exactly. That's right, so you can wipe the poo off Skyrim. Maybe we'll take some of the glitches off.
Whatever.
Yeah. You see how that went? You see I tried to pull over
Skyrim's all over those, Charmin, man. I don't know how many times I wrote Skyrim on that.
I know. Hey, Cookie Army! The God Mod is here to mod all of you into oblivion.
Yep. So there's that.
There's that, and number
anyways,
5
for my final. Is this the last one? Last of everybody's?
I think so. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, it is.
Going back to Batman, this is the collector's edition, complete animated series Batman from the '90s animated series. It is one of my favorite. Is probably my favorite animated show of all time. It is.
I think that goes for all of them.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, that's
it's phenomenal, and this is every single moment of it. And
seasons 1 through 4.
No,
or it goes through.
It goes through all of it. From when they introduced Robin and did all the.
Where's it? How many episodes does it go into?
Yeah, because
we got up to the 4th
it goes
one.
through.
Okay, so it goes up to 4.
Yeah, one and 2 are in one box, and 3 and 4. Yeah, it's all those.
It's all those. Yep.
Anyways, so phenomenal little packaging. You got the plastic covering case, which you can see in the photo here. Take that off, and then I don't know if it will show up in the camera here, but it's this matte black, glossy black over the matte black.
Pretty good.
And then it's even better when you open it. Up top there, another scene there. Just really simple, really nice, clean.
Yeah, and I saw that maybe like last year, and I never picked it up, and then it went right off the shelves.
Yeah. Well, I saw this, and I told my girlfriend, I was like, Madison, the next time
do you love me? You will buy this.
This is going to be it. It has to be this. And sure enough, she got it for me. And this the book here details all the different episodes, and then also in the back you get a lot of these storyboards, some storyboards from the series, and then some sketches of the characters, etc. So really nice packaging. This is, like I said, this is up on my shelf right now with my Batman figures, the classic and current contemporary Batman figures, sitting right in front of it.
It's pretty cool, man. I like that.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Yeah, and Batman Beyond, I've got the entire Batman Beyond series as well. They released it in a similar packaging as this, but I already owned the complete series at the time, so I didn't rebuy it.
You didn't rebuy it. See, that's what I already owned the complete series. Like,
well, the thing is, too, like, this wasn't too bad for the amount of stuff that's in it, but for the Batman Beyond, it's really like, it's 3 seasons, but it's really like 2.5 seasons of content. And for like $100 for this kind of packaging of only like 2.5 seasons of content, it's not that feasible for me in my mind.
Exactly.
So this for sure was.
Very nice, man. Very, very, very nice. So that, to wrap it up, is just a few of our favorite geek things. We wanted to do. Some people mentioned we were going to do a few of the ideas for episode. But we wanted to do an episode where we could just talk about geek things, not a debate topic, but just kind of a come together moment and talk about our favorite geek things we've done. So anyway, I think we wrapped it up pretty well. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Eric, for joining us.
Absolutely, guys.
On this special edition of Boomzies. And of course, we're not just Boomzies.
We're not.
From what I hear, we are not just Boomzies.
There's a rumor going around.
There's a little rumor going around, a secret, that we also sleep around with Substance TV. Yeah,
we sleep around with ourselves.
Well, we do. We sleep.
We got DNA on that stuff.
We got DNA on that Substance TV, huh? But yes, we are Substance TV as well, which is very easy to go to. SubstanceTV.net is one of our new URLs you can go to, which makes it very easy to go
down
to.
Here in this corner. Over here. I'm pointing right. Yeah. Okay, stop.
Cutting the logo. That's our website down that you can go check out. And more importantly, everybody, please give us a check out on our social medias. Facebook, facebook.com/STVsocial, or twitter.com/SubstanceTV or @SubstanceTV. This is going to be the way you guys are going to get all the up-to-date information on us. I can't stress how much we update everything on these. We update on our Facebook and our Twitter. We update stories throughout the week. We update what we've got going on Boomzies, Substance TV, and the network. And then every Wednesday, we will update what our topic is going to be for the next week's Boomzies. So very important you follow us all there to check out what we got going on. So, yeah, you definitely need to do it. All the cool kids are doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it's the hip thing to do. So, anyway, that's about all I got to say, unless the two of you have anything to say.
Thanks for tuning in. Yes. Go and listen to the Black Mages right after this.
Right after this is all over. And
I think you can actually, I don't know, I mean, that's not as cool, but can't you download those actually from iTunes? I think they actually might be on there.
I'm not sure. I just bought the actual stuff.
Yeah, I would. I'm more of a, especially with like game soundtracks, I would never.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just gonna download a file. That's not.
Download a file. That's
that kind of
awesome.
sucks.
Encore. Well, we just might do that. But for the official Boomzies cast, we're signing off. For Brian.
So stick around.
Yes.
Stick around. There's
so for
more.
Brian.
Landon.
And Eric.
This is the official Boomzies signing out.
All right. See ya.